What's up, Marvel fans? Tonight we are talking Werewolf by Night. So thanks for joining us. Don't miss out. We've got some Marvel Cinematic News, teasers, and speculation about what's to come. This is the FOMO Show. What's up, spooky friends and spooky fiends? I'm Dylan.
Brought the parrot. I'm Quinn, regretting not bringing the parrot.
What parrot?
The parrot that I would have put on my shoulder and it would have laughed because when I did the laugh, but it wouldn't have laughed because it's not a real parrot.
Way to set the mood, bro. Anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, so whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, or wherever the heck we are, pretty appreciate that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop videos, when we go live like we are now. So, bringing it back around. Thanks for your support. They froze it again. I just tested that like right before this. Okay, they keep freezing our accounts. But if you'd like to help unfreeze our accounts, wink, wink, you can check out that link in the description and maybe buy us a coffee or send us a tip. Or check out the website at www.broken.com. What did I do?
You've cursed us, Dylan.
This is a cursed show.
Oh, no.
Check out the website at www.broken.picturesno.com and maybe you'll see some of our merch there.
Yes.
So, anyways,
Yes.
thank you. I'm so bad at this. Passing it off to my dark fiend.
Really, Dylan?
I was telling myself, don't say dark, don't say dark.
You had one job. Not say dark.
I don't know. Brain said it fits the mood. I'm really digging the black and white. Anyways.
All right, fine. Hello there, folks. As he said, welcome. But this is the part of the show where I say, if you haven't left now, this is your final chance because this is your spoiler alert. I like the aesthetic, how it stayed black and white, but that was still red. I really like that. If you haven't watched Werewolf by Night, pause this, go watch that, cry, then come back and enjoy the show, unless you want to be spoiled. You have been warned.
Sorry. Anyways, yeah, so Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night.
Special presentation.
Yep.
Marvel Studios. First of its kind.
Not
In
the
a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways.
A whole lot of ways. Head-splitting ways. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if it's in black and white,
I guess
as
it's
Alfred
okay.
Hitchcock will tell you, you can get away with a lot more blood.
So, yes. What would you rate Werewolf by Night?
A 13.
A 13. Well, okay. I'll also rate it a 13. 1313. Oh, Star Wars. Let's not. I'll only be sad.
I missed that reference. Over my head.
But yeah, I thought from the jump, it was very.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm really having fun with this.
Dylan is in rare form tonight, y'all. He is enjoying all of this.
As if I don't enjoy everything.
So yeah, there was a lot of meaty bits, but even if you
Drinking from the drink off screen instead of the drink right in front of me. Don't mind me.
there was a lot of meaty bits, but even if you didn't want to go in to see all those meaty bits, it was still like just an enjoyable 46 minutes, or was it an hour?
Yeah, it was about an hour.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly, but hour-ish.
Yeah. It was fun. It introduced a good chunk of folks, alluded to a good chunk of other things.
Mm-hmm. It opened the door to a dark corner.
A dark corner
To the Marvel Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Previously only teased
only teased.
by, say, Moon Knight,
Blade. Well,
the Black
Knight.
Blade.
The Black Blade. What?
I'm sorry.
The Black Knight.
The Black Knight, but what's
Yeah.
the blade?
Oh, the Ebony Sword.
The Ebony Sword. Okay, Ebony is another word for it.
Yes. Which
Good
is,
God.
it's all good. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. It was classic horror
Yeah.
at its what I feel like modern best.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I love the Universal monsters, which are right here, I believe.
yep.
But the werewolf is my favorite.
The Wolfman is it seems like the one that you would want to be if you had to be all of any one of them.
I like vampires, but there's something about like the Wolfman. There's something about it.
Vampires are too horny for my taste. I'm sorry.
Vampires, freaking twinks.
like really.
Although Bram Stoker was written by an Irishman, and that's heritage right there. So
His heritage, Dylan's heritage.
I mean, being white, I could just like any white people in history heritage.
Just point heritage.
Like, the white mutts of society.
I wouldn't want to be Frankenstein, as far as like the Universal monsters.
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
What's that? Actually,
Someone's gonna get a shoe thrown at them before Halloween. The Mummy, I would not want any of that.
Brendan Fraser's mummy.
Brendan Fraser's Mummy, yeah.
That was fun. Tom Cruise is not so much.
No. Invisible Man. Did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like The Invisible Man is really interesting, but it doesn't get its due.
Yeah.
But
no, he
like
doesn't.
the movie was kind of, I mean, it was decent, but
Yeah.
he did get into like the the insanity of the Invisible Man.
Yeah. So, which is fine, but it got yeah. Who else is there? The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, creature, of course.
We haven't really gotten anything like that in a while.
I mean, Shape of Water, I guess.
The closest thing, but
Del Toro.
That was a yeah.
Well, I mean, Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll
We're supposed
and
to be. They're supposed to be rebooting the Dark Universe, is what they called it. The first one out, of course, was Tom Cruise's Mummy. That we can get into a whole thing about that with Tom's ego, but of course it dramatically failed, even though it set up Jekyll and Hyde and a lot of other things, and could have been very, very promising.
Yep.
But luckily, no matter how you feel about Blumhouse. Michael Blum wants to get a hold of it. I think it's Michael. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, wants to get a hold of it, and he is rebooting it. and he's the one that did the new Halloween trilogy. He's the producer that put that together. He's trying to get Freddy and do the same thing, but he is also rebooting the Dark Universe. That's the Elizabeth. I forget her last name. Elizabeth from *Handmaid's Tale*. That was in *The Invisible Man*. That was the first of the series of the reboot of the Dark Universe. So it's coming. It's just
slow getting out there.
Exactly. He's redoing it. He was like, please let me do this right.
Let me take a large crack at it.
Yeah. No matter how you feel about Blumhouse, they've had a lot of hits. A lot of hits, some misses, obviously,
but yeah. So
we're talking about Marvel tonight.
We're talking about Marvel.
And Marvel took a big swing
They took
in the horror realm.
It did. And I think they landed it for Marvel doing horror.
I think they did. And they really went for it. They really did. And like you said, a lot of head splitting. Like they really went there.
Yep.
A lot more gore than I expected.
Yeah.
With the aesthetic, of course, being black and white, they could get away with a lot more of that.
Yes.
And I thought they really did it well when, like with the slashing and stuff, that was like kind of point of view, but it was like the camera work kind of cheated it a little bit. It was there. I mean, you saw it, but it wasn't just blatant gore and killing and whatever. They went the Alfred Hitchcock approach, which I think is pretty genius, because I mean it worked for Hitchcock, and he's known as the master of suspense.
And then also Marvel wouldn't really get any flack for like, you're having your stuff is too gory now. I'm supposed to let my children watch this.
Yeah,
whole thing. So
yeah, because I mean they could have really been in a mess if they swung with She-Hulk and went too far with the adult stuff. Some people feel they did. Most people, I think, are okay with it.
For how TV is today.
Yes, exactly. But if they had swung with this as well, pushing the envelope in the middle of She-Hulk and
something would have tipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was calculated, and I think it worked for them.
It did. A couple of the characters that they introduced, we finally got. I say finally, like someone was expecting her to come here. I mean, I wasn't. Furthest thing from my mind. I smooth thought we were going to get Blade before we got Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah, there were rumors and people hoping, but I mean, and the casting I thought was great with Laura Donnelly. Even though, like you said, she's supposed to be a ginger. They do kind of fudge things sometimes.
Yeah, but it's okay as long as the quality of the character and who they are still there. So
you said that almost regrettably.
Because Dylan, until the end of time, Crimson Whiplash will be the bane of my existence. Bane. But yeah, so some of the things that were kind of like, I feel a little not odd, but eyebrow raising just at the beginning. Of course, the Bloodstone, it's called a Bloodstone, so of course it's going to be red. Right. But
like the Reality Stone.
Yeah, and it was the only thing that was glowing, and I'm like, I know it's like cinematic, she gets it at the end and everything. Somewhere over the rainbow, all that happens. But I'm like, fam, something's up. I don't trust this rock that's in your hand.
Oh.
So that's the only eyebrow, really the only thing that made me like raise a hard eyebrow the entire time.
Yeah, but in a good way, right?
But in a good
something's way. Up. Like there's something going on.
There's more to this, but we've said several times.
Speaking of, since you mentioned the Somewhere Over the Rainbow thing, I think it was Eric from New Rockstars mentioned, which is a really good point, how the color aesthetic. When Elsa came in, she's living in her father's world, and he's very things are black and white, right?
Yeah.
And then as she grows at the end, She becomes friends with Jack, who in the comics is a love interest.
Yep.
Then her vision expands.
Yep. Because Bloodstone Manor will one day, from this little bud of friendship that will blossom into something else, become a safe haven for the monsters of Marvel, aka the Legion of Monsters. Mm-hmm. One such member of this legion, do you happen to know whom?
I would guess Werewolf by Night.
Also Werewolf by Night, yes. There's another one who is...
Is it Blade? No, he's a monster fighter.
The other vampire.
Dracula?
The other vampire.
The other vampire.
I keep saying the other vampire. He's around, but not really. He's close, but far away. In the Temple of the S where he lands, he's with a vulture nowadays.
What? You some horror slam poetry going on with a vulture. Oh, Morbius.
There you go.
Morbius. Oh,
Yes.
the Morbs.
The Morbs. It's Morbin time. So, I mean, we could...
Interesting.
I don't think we'll be seeing Morbius show up with the Legion of Monsters, but if he did, that'd be cool. It'd be neat.
It's more reason for Marvel to go, hey, Sony, you know you want your characters to play in our sandbox.
They just send shit.
As they're like, no, we're building our own over here. You can have Tom Holland maybe, and we'll have Andrew Garfield or whoever, or however they're doing it behind the scenes. Those are rumors, or hopes rather. But even it's kind of frustrating that Morbius was horrendous, yet it was so bad that people are making it like a cult classic.
It's gonna be a cult classic.
Yeah. It was like, as soon as it premiered on Netflix, it was like the #1.
Yep.
Like, it was like so bad you have to see it type thing.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why. I was like, dang, why do I like this? This is crap. I'm happy I didn't pay money, but dang.
Yeah.
Where's my second movie?
That dance. I was just like, I didn't know what I was expecting. Like, if they're going the same, like, purposeful B horror thing as like Carnage, you know, there will be, then I could see that. Like, yeah, go for that. That's cool.
I think, yeah, dancing in that same realm, they would succeed.
With what's his name? Damon Targaryen over there.
Matt Smith. Who I have I've only seen Matt Smith in 4 things. And all 4 of those things, I'm like, dang. They need to give you more money. They just do. Or, you know what? Just come do a Star Wars. Be Palpatine. That's all I really want to see.
There were rumors.
This close. But no, I mean, The Crown, Doctor Who, House of Dragons. What else have I seen?
Did you see, Soho?
Last Night in Soho?
Last Night in Soho?
I did not see Last Night in Soho.
He's also really good in that. Like, God. He's in every scene he's in, he just steals it. Anyways,
that's fine, but yeah.
Werewolf by Night.
Let me regrettably going back to Werewolf by Night. But yeah, so she actually plays a large part in the supernatural wizardy part of Marvel. She ends up being not a part of a lot of groups, but ends up making a lot of connections. She makes connections with Doctor Strange. She's a part of Hate, which is H.A.T.E. It's a terrorist.
Another acronym.
Yep.
So Elsa's not really in that Blade category. Well, I mean, so she's in the Midnight Suns, right? As well as Jack, Werewolf by Night, right?
Yes.
But it seems like sometimes I guess kind of like Blade. She does her own thing. Sometimes she's an anti-hero, and sometimes she follows whatever she thinks is best.
Which is usually always. But she has no problem killing monsters. Not unlike what you saw on the show. She'll just kill the ones that need killing.
Right, because you can't reform everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Imagine if we had the same point of view. This
purge.
person, there. Okay, we'll just turn into a werewolf and eat them.
And eat them. But yeah, so she's a very interesting character. I hope we do get to see more of her interact with the rest of the Marvel Universe, as long as this is not another universe.
Right. Yeah. I really hope that this is, because you've got Man Thing, right, who basically lives in the center of all realities, or something.
He's the guardian of the Nexus of all realities.
Yeah, the Nexus of all realities, which we saw in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Man Thing has also popped up somehow on Sakaar because his statue was part of the building with Beta Ray Bill and all that.
And the only way to get to Sakaar is through, from what it seems like, a portal. So, yeah. Some dots started to connect that were like 10 years old. They're not that old, but yeah.
Right.
What was I about to say?
So we've got multiverse shenanigans like kind of baked in.
Yeah.
So this could technically be another universe. I hope not. I really hope that this is all 616 and we're going to start seeing, because we did see Blade show up in Eternals, and that Eternals did connect to She-Hulk, which connects to Hulk and the main Marvel Universe, which connects to Sakaar, which connects to Thor, and all that kind of stuff. So fingers crossed that this is the main universe, and we're going to start seeing
overlaps.
Yeah, exactly. Like Hulk, or could you imagine Tony? Like, first we find out that they're actually like gods, and now superheroes, and now they're like monsters.
Sorry, fella. What exactly are you? Oh, really? That's what you are. Oh, okay. So you don't understand this guy?
Werewolves and vampires, the whole nine.
The whole nine. Yeah, it would be really interesting to see some of the OG heroes interact with the brave new world. Yeah.
I mean, we did see She-Hulk fighting demons already.
We did. Yep. So that's just a thing.
Unfazed
getting by that us completely.
Used to it.
Yeah.
Normalizing our OG heroes fighting
these
demons,
otherworldly things.
There's a rumor that in Ironheart we're going to see Mephisto. Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto.
Which you have your reservations, I feel like.
I always I hope beyond hope sometimes, but until it is released and confirmed by Deadline or Hollywood Reporter or one of the main trades, I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. And I get you. I understand. But I also...
Variety is the other one.
At the same time, the second that they say Sacha Baron Cohen's going to be Mephisto, I see the exact Mephisto that I'm going to see. So imagine Grandmaster meets Agatha Harkness. Personality-wise, here we go. As we've seen them in the MCU, meets this next one. Here we go. Avengers Loki.
Okay.
Yep.
So silly, mischievous, a little not necessarily demented, but a little dark, like Agnes Dark. Yeah. A little serious. I was kind of hoping for, I can't remember where it was. Somebody had pitched
What did I say on Sunday about Keanu Reeves?
Oh,
frick. If you hadn't have said it, I could have told you.
Yeah. So Al Pacino, the Devil's Advocate.
Yes.
Like the devil and the Devil's Advocate, right? That version of the devil, Mephisto,
Yes.
only played by Keanu Reeves instead of Al Pacino, which would be a really cool crossover because I could see Keanu Reeves doing that. He's got that quiet seriousness, and he could like kind of go off.
He really can.
And lose it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, two more things on Elsa. Did you? Well, first, if this is another universe, the Bloodstone is a reality stone, just off the cuff.
Okay.
Did you notice the way that she was fighting?
The way she was fighting, her style.
The way that she was fighting.
Doesn't come to mind.
Okay. You've seen it before. Except the person was an actual redhead. Not the person who was the person, but...
Black Widow?
Yeah. Which then led me to...
Sorry, all I can think of is... Oh, shoot. This is Sting! You've seen it before!
Ow. Yes. So, but... Which leads me then to believe that in her time away, she met a man with an eye patch.
Wow, where is my brain? I could have sworn you were going to say iPad.
An iPad?
Met a man with an iPad. Oh, boy.
No, he has an iPad father.
What's an iPod?
It's a thing that lets you watch the internet.
Internet.
Yeah, I feel like she met a man with an eye patch and, was kind of chilling with the emblem on her shoulder for a while.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean...
Also because...
I don't think she went to the Red Room because obviously her father had her, which was basically her own Red Room because her father raised her basically...
To be a perfect
as a
machine.
Spartan. Yeah. It's like killing machine. Which is why she left.
Yeah. And then,
her stepmom was all bitter.
Yep. And then, but you leave a life like that, you try to live a life of normalcy. It's really hard because you don't really know
you have
much
a
of the
certain
world.
mindset.
But then, meet a guy like, I'm putting together, I closed my other eye when I did it.
I thought you were going to be like this guy.
Putting together a team. And then she'd be like, what kind of team? A team of supernatural beings. Okay, well, before I continue on. So, have you ever heard of Wand? Also dots in between each
Oh, it was
letter.
about her Wanda.
So, Wand is
Which is something else we need to talk about. Like, why all this is...
Needed?
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Ish.
Not necessarily needed, but like why it's becoming a thing.
Oh, yes. I have one thought. But so Wand is another like not necessarily subdivision, but specialized division like Shield, like how Sword handles everything that comes from space. Wand handles everything that is
like the mystical realm,
wizards, alchemy, necromancy. I forgot what the D is.
Demons, devils.
It might be demonics.
Dementors.
It honestly might be demonics, but yes. So everything that involves like magic-y things, Wand is the one that handles them. They're based on...
Sam's gonna have to update his androids, aliens, and wizards to something else.
Monsters.
Monsters, yeah. You all right there?
Yeah, I choked. I'm good.
That's what she said. Sorry, folks. Sorry, I didn't realize I was close to the microphone.
But yeah,
I'm just gonna start like keeping this under the table. Be like, that's what she said. My little Michael Scott.
Wonderful. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's my bits on that.
I mean, that makes sense because obviously Nick Fury's got his paws and everything. And that could be why he has, and so that could play into the Secret Invasion ish, in the fact that he's having the Skrull, I can't remember his name, Talos, cover him so that he can actually like figure out this new monster area, and put a team together. Like he did with the Avengers, right? And that's why he's been MIA.
Yep. One of the many reasons, I'm sure.
Yeah. So to get into Wanda, and of course, all of this, Doctor Strange is also in the Midnight Suns, but we may or may not see him as a regular member because I feel like he's got ties to other things and he's got other things going on, possibly. I'm sure Benedict Cumberbatch would love to be right up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't if he were in that position? But so the excuse me.
Good.
Yeah. The what's the book? The Darkhold. The Darkhold.
Yes.
Good God, my brain. The Darkhold, right? That's shoot.
Gone, disappeared, eaten in his brain.
Chthon.
Yes.
Chthon, who is the creator of the Darkhold, right?
Yes.
The ancient darkness. That the Darkhold is where vampires and all that those magic-y monsters come from, correct?
Yes.
However, it may not have been Wanda that opened that door and released those things because Jack said that he had, Elsa's stepmother had said that Jack had over 100 kills, which was by and far more than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And he also said that he only turns into the werewolf
At the moon. Full moon.
Full moon, and that's when he hunts these monsters, right? So if he can only do that once a month, what's 12? That's, going about 9 years or something like that, right? 10 years. And so that's long before Wanda even knew what the Darkhold was. So you're talking about Agatha had it back then, so she could have awakened that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Not to mention, how long has Dracula been in the background? How long has
forever?
How old is Blade if he is half vampire, half man?
Yeah.
Depends
where they're gonna drop him off at.
Yeah, exactly. Because he wasn't turned; he was born that way, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what was this? His mom or his father?
His mom was bitten by a vampire while he was pregnant. She died, and he was born.
Right.
Walker.
Okay, so at least as old as Blade. So we're at least 20, 30 years ish.
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali, which are they're having issues putting Blade together. I really wish they should have already been in production with Blade. But
Honestly,
they're having issues with the script and stuff, apparently.
I feel like Blade's one of those characters. And Marvel has the same kind of... They have characters just like... I'm going to make this comparison because I make at least one set episode. You have characters on both sides of the wall within Marvel and within DC that don't necessarily need to, have a movie outright. They can show up in somebody else's stuff because they got a whole lot of clout behind them, and Blade is one of them. Blade could just kind of not.
Wait a minute. Were you trying to say Blade doesn't need his own movie?
He doesn't need his own movie at first. He can show up in somebody's stuff, so everybody can go crazy, and then eventually off into his movie.
Yeah, and we talked about this before. It'd be really nice to have him, especially like he did in Eternals, to kind of be the Nick Fury for the monster side.
Yeah. And show up in everybody's thing and just like lean on the corner, smile.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or I mean, if Fury is actually putting together Wand, would Blade work under Fury, or would he want to start his own thing?
He punched Fury in the face, but you know if need be, but he would punch Fury in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes Captain America. He just does not like Nick Fury.
Mm.
That's fair though.
But in the comics, are we talking like white Nick Fury or like cool?
He punched black Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because Ultimate Nick Fury, I mean, there are similarities, but
yeah.
but like that, like classic Nick Fury, complete asshole.
Yeah.
This Nick Fury, like, has I mean, well, they all had good intentions, but like the other Nick Fury is like,
it's my way or the highway.
Exactly.
And there's the road.
Yeah, exactly. This one, if he does that, it's for good reason. Like you know his motivations, like, and you trust him more, I guess.
Yeah.
The other one, like, I mean, you've been, I don't know, talking to an android version of him the entire time, and he's been off, who God knows where.
He's been watching,
or just
from a
not showing
camera
up, or whatever,
like a creeper. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he's a bit like a little bit of fascist in there.
I mean, that Nick Fury did pop out, you know, after World War II and then during the Cold War. So, so yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Sam Jackson's Nick Fury was leaning that way before Cap gave, you know, Steve Rogers gave him a little check and was like, we don't need these gunships, Sam. Or Nick.
Nick, yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, you're right. He can be corrected. So. Other Nick Fury, no.
Yep. Because this Fury, the way Samuel L. Jackson's portraying Nick Fury in the movies, he wants the Avengers to have every chance to succeed, and he still has, you know, plan on top of plan on top of plan, and he, you know, hasn't really, like, besides like in the first Avengers, you know, kind of lying about the weapons and everything, he hasn't really done that to, like, since in the same way. Yeah, hiding out, have somebody playing as his doppelganger.
Yeah. Kind of in Avengers 1 and 2, that realm, he was like kind of like asshole Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing. Is like, oh, you know, what is all? And he just pointed at Thor. It's like, it's his fault.
Yeah.
Once this dude showed up,
like, we realized we are not alone in the world. So yeah, it's fair point though. Honestly, if I learned aliens were just gonna drop out of the sky and start destroying cities, I'd be like, cool. Where's my big gun? Mm-hmm. So
yeah, we still never found out who the council. I guess it could have been the council that we saw in.
I thought it was
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I thought it was them. Yeah. But yeah, Man Thing showing up. I hope we,
and all this ties in because we're talking about like how they're gonna build out this monster universe, this other branch
part of it. Because now we have cosmic, now we have the ground level. Avenger threat level doesn't really exist right now because there's no Avengers until that we know of, at least until what, 2025 or is it 2026?
Yeah, I think it's 2025.
Okay.
And one of them got, like, they were scheduled to be back to back, and one of them got bumped back a year.
Oh.
So we got another Infinity War situation.
That's fine.
If they're tied together. I mean,
yeah, we'll see.
I mean, with one of them being Secret Wars, there are rumors that RDJ is going to come back and portray
Tony.
Yeah, Tony. Which why not? Because obviously,
might as well.
Because plucked from different points in the multiverse.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. I'm really excited because it all kind of ties together. Because once we've got Doctor Strange. Once you pull in like Doctor Doom, you've got these characters that straddle both sides of that magical.
Yep.
Which, and rumors are Ironheart is going to be like a tech versus magic type show. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's the kind of what she deals with, especially when her and the infamous Iron Man, who is Doctor Doom, kind of be like, fam, and they definitely be going at it head to head, toe to toe, matching wits and minds and all that good jazz. But Doctor Doom, I mean, you know about his mom, right?
I can't remember. No,
She's a witch.
His mom's a witch. That's where the mystical comes from.
Yeah, that's where the mystical comes from.
No.
And so then, you know, he's just a super genius past that. But
he's smart, but he's not like Tony Stark smart.
he's not Tony Stark smart. But as far as like strategically, Tony is. He laps Tony like a baby. Don't be lapping babies.
Yeah, different kind of smart for sure.
So, but yeah, he has a more well-rounded balance and motivations are sketchy at best.
I mean, Thor's mom was a witch.
Thor's mom was a witch, but you know. But yeah, because there's in the infamous Iron Man comic run, towards the end of it, Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange have to work together to fight Mephisto. And there's like this very like really cool scene, like Mephisto being giant faced, like floating towards them.
Dr. Dormammu type thing.
Kind of. But I mean, he's just like giant body. Yeah.
Galactus type thing.
Kind of Galactus type thing, because I mean they're in his realm. But you know, they're up there both casting spells while Doom's like casting spell and like channeling it through the suit, so it's science spell, and then Strange is
Science spell.
Yeah.
It's like getting into like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's getting
like the thing that Strange gave him.
It's starting to get really neat around here. So
I'm excited. Like I love like the old like horror, like the classic horror movies, like the classic monsters, as well as like the B movie horror stuff. Like I mean, even stupid stuff like Clowns from Outer Space and all all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, there's Werewolf by Night. At the end of the day, did wonderful things that I hope we get to see more of. I hope they always continue to keep doing a Halloween special and start making them bigger.
Yeah. And there were quite a few like little references, like the Crypt Keeper type thing, where he was like,
It was, and then
I mean, I think it's hard to like pull out every little detail. It was like I just enjoyed every moment of it. I thought it was great. Down to like, I really want to find out like who I kind of want to see like a side story of like these monster hunters.
Who they were before they got here.
Exactly, because one of them was like basically like Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah.
So I was like, this guy. Where's my? Oh, will you hand me that? There's a boy right next to you. Yeah, this. Who was this one? Who was that one? But I mean, Elsa killed them all.
She did.
And Jack's home,
Yeah, I'm about to say, Jack got a couple too.
Yeah, their minions, I guess, were very like TVA looking too. But
right, Fam came out there like, hold on now, wait a minute, these other guys were wearing robes, y'all got body armor and assault rifles. What is really going on here?
Yeah, it's like the mixture of two worlds, because it was very old school, and at first it almost felt like it was happening in the past, I guess, with the aesthetic and the environment, and of course the with the chanting and all that kind of stuff that the show started out with, and but of course they're fighting monsters, all that type of stuff has like an old world feel to it, but I guess to add in like a modern sense, because they even had like record players and stuff like that.
Yeah, Daddy just didn't want to update. That's what I hear. Her father just did not want to update. That's what I heard. Yeah. So,
But yeah, so to have their, I guess, their goons. What did Daredevil say the difference between goons and
henchmen.
henchmen?
Oh,
One believes in the cause and the other one's doing it for the money.
yeah.
They're probably the believe in the cause. Yeah.
Definitely. Because you
Henchmen.
wouldn't continuously run after a man you just saw go la 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 and rip somebody in half if you didn't believe in what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Last two didn't know. Last
Yeah.
two said, "I'm finna run away."
Yeah, they all had like a creed that they said too. So it was already like this underground group
Monster.
run by Ulysses, who in the comics was like kind of like a caveman that found the stone and like lived for a long time, but
Vandal Savage. It's fine. I didn't say
exactly, very Vandal Savage,
Yeah.
very Vandal Savage.
That. So
But may or may not be that way with this one.
yeah,
He looked very zombie-ish, to be
He looked-
honest.
it's like, oh, I love the animatronics. Thank you for doing this. I don't know why I'm enjoying this so much, but thank you.
That's a dead body.
Yeah,
This side up.
it's like he's here with us.
Right, yeah, she was creepo.
Thank you for letting her. Man Thing had the best kills of the entire show.
Yes.
Man Thing came up there and said, da 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 da, and then da 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 da.
Right, that was freaking amazing. I want to see that in color.
Yes. Oh, that was so cool. So, but yeah.
And comic accurate Man Thing.
Super yes. Once again, it's technically a special, but it came on Disney Plus, so we'll count it as a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
They keep it as comic accurate for a lot of stuff as they can. Elsa was not a redhead. It's fine. We're gonna move on from that. But everything else, chef's kiss.
Yeah, really enjoyable, really fun,
Yeah.
and definitely looking forward to where it's going. And then they still kept like that Marvel-esque, like comedic type thing to it,
They
where
did.
where he's Jack is like scratching his ear and sniffing all over her
Yep.
and that type of thing. which by the way, like the whole it's only worked once.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's in reference to him and Ted, or in reference to him sniffing someone else and saving someone else?
Him sniffing someone else and saving someone else, and I feel like we're gonna see it. So if we do see him do it again, I feel like it'll be something that happens whenever these events take place, is what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping it's also somebody like of significance that we may see in a different capacity.
Yeah, because I mean, sure, he's had other love interests
Yeah,
in the past. I mean, he's been around for a while.
he has. So some of the other ones I hope that they bring out, it probably won't be this year, it'll be definitely next year, of like the Legion of Monsters. If by some chance Morbius comes and finds himself a nice home in the MCU, Jared Leto I feel like he would have fun. Like, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's almost, if they're going with like the B horror type thing, where it's like cheesy and fun and not, I mean, it's got scary moments, but they're having fun with it,
Yeah.
Then it would kind of fit in with this.
Yeah, it would.
And according to Sony, like it's Marvel adjacent, so it's like
It's here. Yeah,
it's in because shoot, I see her face, but I can't think of her name. And Pasquale, it's not Anne. Anyways, used to be the head of Sony. That was meeting with Kevin Feige, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's in the MCU. Like all this is in the MCU." And
yes, I
Kevin
remember
was
this.
like, "Ha."
I think you need to stop talking.
Right. So there's potential. I mean, especially with Spider-Man and crossing over and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and the drop of Venom. There's possibilities.
There is.
And this is the multiverse saga. We're gonna see, supposedly. Well, I mean, the whole thing is the multiverse saga, but Phase 5 or Phase 4 rather, is over this year with Black Panther. Yeah. And then we're getting the Christmas special, which will probably have the same opening and that type of thing, for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to be huge, I think, because James Gunn has already said that they're introducing new characters there as well, and it affects the greater MCU, like it is canon, full canon.
Okay, cool, down for it.
And then we're going into Phase 5 and 6, which is Multiverse Saga, and that's it.
And then if I've said this before on the show too, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, they said that there's a total of 9 phases, which makes 3 sagas apiece. And so then we'll see what happens, how they wrap it up.
Yeah, because I mean, from what I understand, they're saying, I mean, they're teasing X-Men pretty hard, especially with She-Hulk. But rumors are we're not going to see the X-Men until the next saga, and it's going to be like the Mutant Saga or something to that effect. Which kind of sucks because we're just in the first phase of the Multiverse Saga. We got to put up with it.
So,
and we're getting Wolverine teasers, like he's out there already.
Yeah. And so I think with them saying we're not going to see the X-Men until the next saga doesn't mean we won't see mutants.
That's true, because not this past Comic-Con, but the one before that, before COVID, Kevin Feige did confirm that mutants are coming. So that was...
Yeah. So I think that we're going to get the birth of the X-Men. Because I think by the end of everything, once the last credit rolls of the last movie, it will end with either everybody dead. I don't think they're going to do that though. With the X-Men and whatever version,
at
least half. X-Men never have happy endings. The X-Men, like in Full Throttle, Fantastic Four, whatever version of it in Full Throttle, the Guardians, whatever version in Full Throttle. The newest version of the Avengers.
Well, yeah, if we get another Guardians team, because this team, as far as James Gunn and Batista and everybody's concerned, like this is the last outing.
This is the last outing.
The third one is it.
But I mean, as we know,
yeah, there are tons of other Guardians to pull from.
Because we still haven't got Nova. And I mean, Nova he can dabble in space for a little bit, or he can come down and hang with the Defenders and Spider-Man. So, I mean,
Yeah. Can't afford a subway token.
Yes. I'll give you the helmet. What am I going to do with that? But yeah. So I feel like every team will be at like its prime version. And then everyone will ride off into the sunset. And that'll be it. That's what I hope anyway. We'll see, I guess. I remember what I was going to say. Other members of the Legions. You have the Living Mummy, whose name I could never pronounce. I will never try to pronounce, but he's the Living Mummy.
No.
It's like N''Kautu.
Let's see if it's on here while you're...
Yes.
Oh, Doctor Strange got a big page.
Of course he does.
Dormilaje.
Tension hog.
Yeah. Left winger. Ooh. Right next to the leader. And leapfrog.
What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. Then you have Manthibian, who goes by Manny. And, you also have Dimension Man, whose name is Joshua. So that's kind of the thing with like all the Legions. They have their monster names, just like, regular heroes, but they have like the names that they actually call one another, like monster to monster.
Right, like Ted.
Like Ted.
Mm-hmm. And rumors are that we're going to see a Ted spinoff, like a Ted special.
A Ted special?
Yeah, because he was scientist Theodore something
yes.
before he was Man-Thing, which is basically Swamp Thing.
Not even basically, Dylan.
Technically, Man-Thing came out a couple months before Swamp Thing.
Get out.
So, who's copying who? No, I'm just kidding. That's true, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, Swamp Thing is way better.
Swamp Thing is way better. But yeah. So there's a few more that are out there. And then there are just some that are just like these amorphous blobs. Oh yeah, the blob.
The actual one. Hey, there we are. Living mummy.
Yeah.
Nkantu.
There we go.
Unless it's just Kantu and the end is silent.
I hate. See?
It's like, my name is Brittany, spelled with a W. But the W is silent.
It's not what you think it is.
Right. Chief Nkantu.
Yes. So, but yeah. There are a lot.
Yep, there's also the living laser, apparently.
Yeah. His is kind of low-key tragic. It's really sad, actually. He
The fact that I could flip through here and point at any random and you're like, familiar, is phenomenal. Like, it's flooring. The lifeguard. What?
Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this because also this is the most D&D / Marvel picture that this ever is. This is a version of the Thunderbolts. They all have magic attire on, and they're about to go fight magic things. Of course, you have Elektra over here, who is a rogue. You have the Punisher, who is straight up a fighter. Red Hulk, a barbarian. You over here, you got your
Deadpool.
Yeah, who's acting like a
Satara.
yeah. You have Agent Venom, who is acting as your paladin, and you have the leader, who is acting as your wizard.
Dressed as Iron Man.
Because he took Iron Man's Norse armor that he made in Asgard and modified it. He made the helmet bigger because his head's big.
Obviously.
Yes. And, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
I'm getting what's his face from the Green Lantern movie with the yellow
yeah,
that guy with the bulbous head. I'm getting those vibes for that.
That's fair. That leader is also red.
The red leader?
The red leader. Well, I mean, he's the same.
Red leader checking in.
This is goat leader checking in. Red leader, no! We've lost that right here.
In the comments, check in.
Yes.
Isn't that how you do it?
Yes.
Work. All right.
Did you have anything else?
No, I just really enjoyed geeking out over this show. It was phenomenal.
It was.
Like I'm almost speechless just as like watching and just like it was so good. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Me too. Yep. I had a burp in my throat and it then dissipated by the time I was done. So, me too.
Nice. I was like, okay. I wonder why you're talking like that.
But yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
what is
I'm sorry. I was looking for another cool effect, but
the magic part of everything is set up. I feel like all the pieces are there. Just got to put the puzzle together.
Ghost Rider, any minute,
bruh. Like he just gonna show up in the most random spot. I bet money.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna know who it is or where they came from.
Oh,
and he's gonna show up with a flaming head, and nobody's gonna know who the actor is.
I forgot what comic it is, but I remember this panel. Her, Elise, Elsa. I don't know why I keep on calling her Elise. Elsa and like 5 other folks. They were going to go fight. I forget who they're going to go fight, but they all had Ghost Rider motorcycles.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Right. So, but yeah,
I want to get a special that is. What was it? Savage Avengers.
Oh yeah, the cavemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or just a reference to the Savage Land, at least.
I mean, they can literally do anything. They just want to edge everyone to the end of the earth. It's fine.
They're edge lords. That's why.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They gotta string us along, you know, keep us excited.
Dylan, we've been here for 13 years now. We're not leaving. We're here until the kids turn 18 at least. Come on.
Yeah, there's so much. I just a minute. Also, Gael Garcia Bernal was fantastic as well.
Is he friends with the fella who plays Andor? In Andor?
Oh, I don't know.
Someone had told me that, but I never
That guy's French. Gael's Mexican.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying they can't be
Maybe
friends,
friends.
but I mean,
Yeah.
he's also in Coco. But
Oh.
Old. He was in Old too. I forgot.
He was the dad.
Mm-hmm.
We watched that one.
Yep.
Yep. I didn't realize that was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh wait, hold on. People also search for Diego Luna.
Oh. It may be friends.
They might have been in something together.
Or something together.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll leave it up to the world to decide. Or tell us. Whichever.
Yeah, to tell us. I was like, sorry, probably already decided, bro. Anyways, I think I'm just rambling at this point. Just hanging out. I don't think there's any big news-ish outside of what we've already talked about with potentially Mephisto coming, Doctor Doom around the corner,
Yep.
Ghost Rider around the corner. Yes, Quinn?
You can finish your sentence. I can be patient.
No, I was just trying to think of other
things?
people. Yeah.
Everyone, if you like it and that's your deal, that's fine. But avoid the second or this most recent Black Panther trailer. Just do it, please.
Too much reveal. I'm glad I haven't watched it.
Yep. They almost got me. Almost got me yesterday.
Oh wait, hold on. You talking about like the TV spots?
No, like the trailer itself and the TV spots.
Okay, I haven't watched any of the TV spots. I did watch the second trailer, so it's kind of obvious who the next Black Panther is. But if you want to go in unspoiled, then
yeah.
Of course we're going to talk about it once we see it next month.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Going to see Black Adam this weekend.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not as bad as the reviews say.
It's not bad. It's fine.
We'll
I
see.
don't.
Fingers crossed. I'm going to enjoy parts of it either way.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's
unless it's like Aquaman bad.
What was wrong with Aquaman?
What?
Okay, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, that was a painful one to watch. Some people did like it, but I mean,
I
if
like
you're
the
just
parts
staring
where,
at, Arthur Curry the entire time, then
I mean, the parts where he didn't have to interact with Mira that much, they were great. Or him and Mira didn't have to talk. Those were great. The fight scenes were good. So, I mean, it's one of those things. They had all the parts. They just had not the parts in the right spot. Because Mira just was not good. And that's nothing personal. She just wasn't. If you're going to make it a cheesy 80s, make it cheesy 80s.
yeah, go all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, just do superhero movies without love interest. That's fine.
Or just don't do anything with Amber Heard.
Or that.
I'm just saying.
So.
All right. Yep, that's it. That's all I got. Do you have anything else?
I don't think I'm going to watch Wonder Woman 1984 again.
Probably not.
No.
I mean,
That's fine.
I just bought Thor: Love and Thunder because I have to have the set.
I'm sorry, Dylan. It's
Yeah.
okay. You know what's upsetting about that?
They're gonna course correct because that's the benefit of having a connected universe.
They'll course correct. They have to, because they've left a very large door open. And I know they know what they did because how well She-Hulk and Loki alone, how much care they put into those shows. Mm-hmm. I know they know what they're doing and where they're pulling things from. So for them to then not course correct would be a misstep.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of care, I missed the last episode of She-Hulk, but when she was scrolling through her phone, trying to find, I forget what she was trying to find, and there was a bunch of names of like people that she had gone on dates with and stuff like that. If you pause it and you go through, they literally rickroll us with like, you know, because it shows like the name and then like their last message. There was like all that is like never going to give you up, never going to let you down. All that like it's scrolling through. So for all the nerds that are pausing it and looking at every frame, they just rickrolled everybody. It's like, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Just enjoying it. Like, if they're having fun, we're having fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, but yeah.
And you can tell, like, Werewolf by Night, they had fun making it.
They did.
You can tell that, like, that love for the character and that world is there. As well as She-Hulk. And Loki and all that. So,
Doors really
yeah,
open.
just waiting on Moon Knight and Blade and Black Knight and everybody to get together. Ghost Rider.
We'll never, until they say Moon Knight season 2, I'm in the mindset we'll never see Moon Knight. Once they say Moon Knight
I honestly
2,
thought that we were going to see some sort of Blade or Moon Knight in this.
reference at least or something, yeah.
So it's been confirmed that we will see Moon Knight again. I forgot his name that plays Moon Knight.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac and the director of Moon Knight were in Egypt a couple months back together. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're filming. They could be scouting or anything like that. I mean, the way they left it open, I would say we're good. I think it's safe to say we're getting a season 2. They might have to just give it a little bit of air because they promoted it as like a solo outing for the Emmys and everything, just so they don't
Oscar Isaac come out with a little press release on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Unless they leave it like where you were saying, where he just shows up in other things and we're fully aware that there's a third and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Third person in there. It's just, and it just serves as like an introduction.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're also going to see, we're going to see him. We're going to see everybody in the Midnight Suns. I think it's coming. They just haven't announced it.
Yeah.
It's just like Young Avengers. It's like everybody's in place now. We've even got Scar, which is technically not a Young Avenger.
But I understand why they're going to use Scar, because it's easier to do that than to wait even longer to get Hulkling. Because I feel like if Hulkling does show up, it's going to be in the Marvels, and that's probably far too long for what their plans already are.
They do have some gaps in the schedule, and that are unconfirmed. So I mean, I feel like once we get these, I'm surprised that there were no announcements following Werewolf by Night, or no announcements following She-Hulk, because I feel like once we've seen these shows and they kind of push the I guess the universe even further, that it's going to open the door for other things. And like, you know, oh, we're going to see the leader, we're going to see, and like they just low-key confirmed Harrison Ford as, you know, Ross,
low-key.
General Ross.
Yeah.
It actually came through the trades, so I mean, it's legit. You know, it had been rumored for a while.
I think what they're doing is leave everybody on like a really fun, good note with Guardians. Let Guardians do what it's gonna do, because it's gonna give that big propel into whatever comes out for the next Guardians and all that, and everything else just sit there, simmer. You can go back, get a taste of it, enjoy the holiday season, and then once next year rolls around, because the next time they're gonna throw something at us after the holiday special and after Black Panther, it's probably gonna hit the wall hard. Like Miley Cyrus on a wrecking ball coming in. So yeah, and yeah, it's because I think like you said all the time during She-Hulk. They got their ear to the ground. They got their finger on the pulse. They know when to like shoot us up, and when to just let it simmer and rest.
Right. Yeah, they would have to at this point. And I mean, they've moved some stuff around. I'm trying to see like what's literally up next in 2023, and it's not actually pulling up as easily as I thought it would. Alrighty.
Ooh, my goodness. What we got?
I mean, Black Panther 2, and
Is that?
I don't see, like, it doesn't seem to be like, why is this not like readily available as soon as I Google it? Because there's so many freaking people who are like theory casters and saying this is a thing, just trying to stir the pot like it's a thing, and it's not literally the thing. Like, there's one of them that posts regularly like, oh, this is confirmed through a source, and they never tell the source, or they never tell them where they got it or where they heard it, and people constantly like post the whole thing like, this came to me in a dream, you know, because it's not real.
Yeah.
It looks like February is the Marvels, so that's like right around the corner.
Yeah. So this isn't right anymore. Ant-Man got pushed back, didn't it?
I don't think
did it get pushed back into next year?
I don't think Ant-Man got pushed back.
Okay. So Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania. February.
Blade got pushed back.
Yep. Ant-Man Quantumania. Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania. Whatever. Quantumania. March 17th. February 17th of next year. Guardians 3. May 5th.
Well, it may have gotten pushed back from that date.
Okay. Marvel's July.
I'm doing this like live on the air. This is fun.
So.
Okay, so this.
We can put.
According to CNET, this year, as of October 11th, so this is pretty
like
updated. Yeah, pretty updated. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're still getting Ant-Man and the Wasp did get bumped up to February 17th, 2023. So that's going to be our first look at Kang. Then Guardians 3, May 5th, 2023. So I mean they're hitting the ground running in 2023, and then we get July 28th the Marvels. That's right, because the Marvels and Ant-Man swapped
spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So far, that's what we've got for 2023. We've got
early 2023
Ant-Man.
Secret Invasion. Early 2023, I think April. Secret Invasion, the TV show.
Gotcha. Yeah. Apparently, this is
Summer of 2023, Echo.
This is only showing the movies for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. What if 2022 still on the? I don't think we're getting it this year. What if?
No, it's.
There's no way unless
early next year. I just saw it.
It's still. They're still slating it for 2022.
Okay.
Which is probably not going to happen. Then of course we get in spring 2023 Secret Invasion. This is, even though this is like last week, they're still not showing like hard dates for Secret Invasion or Echo or Loki 2.
Yeah, Loki, summer of 2023.
Mm-hmm. So in one full year is when Ironheart comes out. Wow.
Fall of 2023, X-Men 1997. Coven of... Wait, what?
Coven of Chaos?
Yeah.
It was called House of Harkness, and they updated the name.
Winter of 2023 to winter of 2024. I'm guessing it's starting in the half of the year and finishing in January. Is the only thing I can think about.
Yeah. That's an interesting slot there.
Spring of 2024, Daredevil, Born Again. And then later that year, that summer, actually, the big one, Captain America, New World Order, May 3rd.
And that's when we'll see the new General Ross.
Yep. And then a couple months later, the 26th of July, Thunderbolts coming soon to you. Blade, I'm not trusting that.
Yeah, Blade just got updated to September 6, 2024.
It has Deadpool November 8th, 2024 on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was updated. Fantastic Four was updated, I think. And Kang Dynasty was pushed back as well to 2025.
Okay. Spider-Man Freshman Year 2024.
Oh no. Secret Wars was pushed back to 2026. So we're still getting Kang Dynasty in 2025.
Fantastic Four, then Kang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely have to get Fantastic before we get Kang.
Yeah. Armor Wars was the one that's the most interesting one to me. Just because it was started off as going to be a Disney Plus show, and they've since updated it to a full-length movie.
Yeah, which is interesting that it's the only one that's gone that direction.
And there's only one reason. You know the reason. It starts with a hard D.
I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
Because super feel it. I feel it.
Doom.
What other reason besides which
Doom
could
on you.
mean
Doom
depending on where it falls, because they started production on it. I believe they did announce that, and the switchover. Depending on where it falls, is if it comes out before Fantastic Four.
Well, no, they did. Well, they're in pre-production because they had to rewrite the script because they were,
slated for a show.
Yeah.
So they gotta cut and condense and streamline. I think we'll see them.
Yep. And there's still a few untitled ones that we've got there.
Armor Wars, right here. This is it. Right here.
There's an untitled film for November 7th, 2025.
That's my movie.
Which was February 14th, 2025. So we're going to put it back later in the year. And then the other untitled one went from May 1st, 2026. It was removed from the schedule. Interesting.
Is this the third Ant-Man? Is this the third Ant-Man?
May 1st, 2026?
I mean, is this next Quantumania the third one? Oh,
yeah.
He's gonna die.
Quantumania is going to open up
a new president.
So many things. I fully expect to see Reed Richards again in this. I honestly think there have been rumors that they were going to recast him, but I honestly think John Krasinski is going to stay in the role.
Yep.
Emily Blunt has even recently come out and spoken that she hopes that he still has the role. I hope that she is Sue Storm. But if they decide to go younger and go with the actor from You, then I stand by what I said last week as Chloe Grace Moritz for Sue Storm.
That's fair. I can see that too, yeah. Did I have a dream that... It had to have been, because this wasn't real. That Margot Robbie was Sue Storm? I did have a dream. Yeah, that was a dream.
She's never been a Sue Storm. She's Harley Quinn.
I know. Yeah.
Right.
She is the fabulous Harley Quinn.
Fantabulous, actually.
Fantabulous Harley Quinn. I think it might have just been
We live in a world right now where there are 3 Harley Quinn actresses.
Oh, yes. That is... What an interesting world we live in.
And 3 Jokers.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. The 3 Jokers.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
This would be a good time to chime in if you're...
Is Heath
in
Ledger...
the comments.
Heath Ledger not being around makes there really 3 Jokers. Only... Well, so... You have Jack Nicholson. He's still around.
Yeah.
You have Joaquin Phoenix and you have Jared Leto. Oh my gosh.
There are literally 3 Jokers. Michael Keaton came back. I mean, technically, Jack Nicholson's Joker is dead.
Is he though?
But
I mean,
he fell off the building.
He fell off a building, but I
smashed.
haven't seen a Joker get thrown off a bridge.
He's, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, for Joker. That is true.
And
Mark Hamill.
Who was the guy that did the voice for the Joker that was like, because I mean, you know, there's like the business Joker that's like mafia.
Like in the Dark Knights.
Yeah, the Long Halloween, and that type of Joker.
Yes, I do not know
Who was
his
the voice
name.
for that? I can't remember. It was somebody like very familiar. I can't remember though.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as voice actors, we've got a couple different Jokers.
Yeah.
But we still technically have 3 live action Jokers.
Yeah.
Multiverse shenanigans. I mean,
Yeah.
that's they're just throwing out this, but there are rumors that they're recasting Ezra Miller as the Flash. But we got way off topic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is basically what we do when we geek out. You guys are just part of it right now. Thanks for hanging out. So, do you have anything else for Werewolf by Night or that arm of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Doctor Doom,
He's
Mephisto,
coming. They're coming.
Ghost Rider.
He's coming.
I mean, really hoped that we would see that teased in Multiverse of Madness, but they went on kind of a different direction with that.
Which is fine. I mean, it has to get back to, and I'll only say it once, of us managing expectations as fans.
Yeah, which is kind of a big deal because, like I was saying, like that, they're like the Wonder Cosmic is like one of those sites that like constantly put out bullshit that is clickbait. It's really just clickbait. There's nothing. There's no substance whatsoever behind their claims or anything like that. And so just be careful of all that bullshit. You know, like posting or reposting that stuff. If there's no like hard, I mean, it's funny that we have to say this about like real facts and like this our fandom stuff. But I mean, if there are no like real sources, don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. Because you're just going to make yourself upset when you go see this
Yeah,
when you go
you're
see
just
a movie.
spreading disinformation.
So.
And really kind of like just feeding into their clickbait bullshit, and that's the only reason things like that are allowed to survive is because people are sharing it, thinking it's real. So just look be a little bit more skeptical, stuff like that, I guess. But anywho, that's all I've got, and if that's all you've got, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. All right, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. If you're actually still around, if you stuck out this long, man howdy, boy howdy, thank you so much. Boy howdy is grown up. It's man howdy now.
Man howdy.
So, thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff. And thank you. Don't forget to check out the website at www.broken.picturesno.com. And we will see you next time. I am Dylan.
I am Quinn.
Peace.